Venice is a dream destination. Gondolas, canals, tiny streets, no cars anywhere. But visiting the city isn't always as effortless as it looks on social media. Behind the magic, there was a big question for us. Could we actually do this? Venice isn't known for being easy. We'd read so many comments about the heat, the humidity, and the big summer crowds. Already it felt a little intimidating, but here was the real challenge. We wanted to travel with 4 of our kids while I was on crutches, awaiting hip surgery. Still we went, and this is how we tackled Venice as a family, even with limited mobility. Venice has no hills but has endless bridges, stairs are unavoidable, and in summer so are very busy streets. We chose routes carefully and took the water bus whenever possible. Most days I moved around on crutches and used the wheelchair service to navigate the airport. I also brought a baby stroller to lean on for balance and to carry our day bag and my folded crutches. An empty stroller definitely raised a few eyebrows. People would ask, "Where's the baby?" We laughed with them, but I knew the stroller gave me the freedom to be in Venice with my family. Those small choices made a big difference. The biggest shift for me was mindset. Venice on crutches meant slower days, fewer plans, and letting go of the idea of seeing everything. And that was hard because Venice had been a long-time dream, but there were things we didn't end up doing, like taking a gondola ride or visiting the inside of the Doge's palace. Once I accepted that, everything felt more manageable. Instead of rushing, we focused on moments. And we adjusted. One day we took the Vaporetto and headed over to Lido beach for the day.
Look at these cuties.
The beach gave us space to breathe, the kids got to relax, and for a moment, everything just slowed down. Another day we took a boat tour to Murano and Burano, and Burano is one of the most colorful islands in the world. What a great place to discover. Timing is everything in Venice. Early mornings were the easiest, midday crowds were the hardest. Evenings were calmer and cooler. Traveling with kids actually helped more than I expected. They adapted to the slower pace, they noticed details we would have rushed past. And they learned that travel doesn't always have to be fast to be meaningful.
We're staying in this tower until tomorrow because this is the best wind we've had in Italy. And you have
have a great view. You're gonna see the gondolas over here.
One thing we learned quickly was how important breaks are. We treated meals as rest stops. I sat whenever I could, sometimes in places we weren't even supposed to be. We listened to our energy levels instead of pushing through, like coming back to our Airbnb for a nap when we were tired. That made the days feel doable instead of exhausting. Let's be honest, Venice with kids and on crutches isn't easy. It's physical, it requires flexibility, but it's absolutely possible and it's still really magical. This video is the short version of how we tackled Venice. If you want the full version, where we share 51 Venice do's and don'ts, including rules, fines, common tourist mistakes, plus money-saving tips and planning resources, the link will be in the description below. If Venice is on your bucket list, but mobility or traveling with kids has been holding you back, I hope this video helps. Remember, you don't have to do Venice perfectly. Just do it at your own pace. Trust me, those are the moments you'll remember. This is the first part of our trip. Starting next, we're off to Burano, Rome, the Amalfi coast, and Greece. So please make sure to check out the whole series. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.